Hello, everyone, and welcome to the channel. Of course, you know me as Stan the Shadow Seeker, and this is that bonus reading I was talking about for this week since we missed last week. And we are just going to jump straight into it. I'm not sure exactly what's going to come out, but I am currently shuffling the traditional tarot deck, and it looks like three cards have came out. Now, I want to keep in mind, or I want you guys to keep in mind that I do often say things about repeating numbers. So if you are someone that follows numerology, this may be for you, this may connect for you. But we have three cards that came out for the opening messages here. And we have here, so they're all reversed. We have here the Three of Cups reversed. So threes must be really significant. I just really feel it off the bat, just to say. And it's paired here with the Magician reversed, and we have here the Six of Wands reversed. So I'm really feeling like a lot of heavy energy for some strange reason, like a wave of something coming over. It's really kind of overwhelming in a sense. So, what I am feeling, this very strong thread of energy that just wants to come through, I am really feeling the frequency of the angel number 333. And from what I know about numerology, for what I know about this particular angel number, it's deeply connected to divine support and alignment and creative expansion. But in this case, since we have this trio of reversed cards, I'm sensing that collectively there's this energy going on where something is being resisted. It feels like something is being divinely orchestrated to reveal misalignment when it comes to certain manifestations. That could be in the workplace, that could be in your love life, that could be in your everyday life, but it's something major. And there's something here that I'm sensing about false celebrations. So maybe someone is celebrating something, but it's just not quite aligned for you, or it's not aligned in the way that you think it is. It's something that feels just so wrong for some reason. Like, I'm not sure why that comes out the way it does, but it's like you're celebrating the foundation of something that is just not really truthful or secure, but it feels like it's manipulated energy. Like someone could be manipulating you, some sort of external influence. But there's some sort of disconnection feeling that I'm sensing when it comes to emotional, social circles. Like, I'm picking up something about like fake friendships or people celebrating something as if like they're falsely masquerading in a sense, like almost as if like someone is celebrating something with you, but it's like they're secretly hoping that you actually fail, or they're secretly jealous, or there's something that's superficial surrounding external connection. I'm sensing a lot of like emotional crashing. I'm sensing a lot of energetic leeching going on. So there's definitely some sort of external group of people or some external factor in the form of a divine masculine or divine feminine, or a group of divine masculines or divine feminines. And it's very manipulating. And particularly with this magician reversed, like it feels like energetic trickery. It feels like self deception. It feels like something being misdirected. So I'm sensing a warning that's coming along with this energy too from spirit, where it feels like you're being warned to not force outcomes, not try to manifest something that you need to really surrender in a sense. Like, it feels like, there's something being manifested, but it feels like you're trying to force the outcome instead of just let it naturally happen, instead of just believing that you have the power to allow it to happen. For some reason, I'm getting imagery, which I feel like this might connect with some people in the collective, but I'm getting this like imagery, excuse me, this imagery of like Halloween Town. I don't know if many people in the collective, follow that series of movies, which, okay, the fourth movie, we won't even go there. But in the first movie, there's this scene where Marnie is trying to use magic or learn magic. And she has to kind of like do her training, like, around like her 13th birthday, or she won't come into her powers or whatever. But she gets advice from her grandmother, Aggie, and Aggie had mentioned to her that magic is very simple. You just want something and you let yourself have it. And I don't know if that's actually like verbatim, but this is the type of energy that I'm talking about here. It's like there's this potential here for someone in the collective to be manifesting, but it's like it's coming out of ego, fear, desperation, instead of like true alignment. So I'm getting like hangman vibes from this too, even though that card is not out here, but it just feels like you need to surrender and just like, go with the flow. Allow something to just come in for you because it's already there, or you just need to let yourself have it in a sense. Now, with the Six of Wands, though, okay, like the reason why we're talking about ego here as well is because there's some sort of like lack of recognition, but I'm sensing like a fall from grace type of energy as well. There's like something surrounding disillusionment here. And it feels like someone is feeling unseen, unappreciated, rejected. It's like they're seeking external validation. And this feels like relationship type of energy as well. I feel like this reading, I gotta be honest with you, because I'm picking up multiple threads of energy and it's like they're all coming at me at once. So I know I'm picking up a lot of different energies in this collective that I channel every week. But I'm just sensing a lot of like chaotic energy again. I know in some of the past readings that we've done recently, there's always this talk about chaotic energy, but this one feels a little different. It really does feel like some external force is trying to manipulate you in a certain way, and you're trying to manifest something different. But because of this external force, it's like they are controlling in a sense. And it's like they're not helping you, really. So I'm really feeling like spirit is like trying to like show you here, like about alignment, to lead with divine guidance in a sense, or just, allow that divine guidance to like come in. And somehow, like all of these blockages that you may be experiencing right now will just kind of like, expand, you'll expand out of, like something is coming in. It really feels like that is divinely led expansion. So this is like a call from spirit, really. Like I'm getting judgment vibes too, even though that card is not here. But it's like spirit is wanting you to return to self, return to your soul's truth about something. So I know it's like, kind of some scattered messages here, but that's what I'm really feeling here. Okay, our next card is the Two of Pentacles reversed. And this is definitely signaling. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Signaling. Anyway, this is showing me a breakdown when it comes to balance, either from that external influence where it feels like someone in the collective, or many people rather, have been juggling too much emotionally. And it's really definitely this chaotic energy. And you're really feeling this instability a lot in the physical. It's really showing up primarily emotionally, is what it feels like, but it's starting to show physically, and people can actually really see this. And it's like you've been trying to do too much for too long. And it's just kind of like coming to this breaking point. Okay, as I say that, we have the Ten of Wands reversed. So this is the collapse right here. This is the release. And so this is like divine invitation right here to let go of these burdens, especially the ones that have been keeping you internalized, where you're really not, releasing a lot of this heaviness that's surrounding you right now, this chaotic energy. And so you've been carrying a lot of expectations, a lot of responsibilities. But a lot of this really feels like manipulating energy. It's like someone external is kind of forcing you to be in this role. And so spirit is wanting you to expand out of that. And they're divinely guiding you to expand out of this. But it's really up to you on how you do this. But, I'm sensing it's time right now to let go of this heavy facade, to recognize how this exhaustion, is really getting the best of you right now. And this is you really, being called to allow your soul to rest, to reset and reclaim a lot of that authority that you normally have. Okay, so as I turn to the oracle here, okay, we have the apology card. It says arrogant, rash actions, insincere, getting a lot of catty energy. And it's really funny that I say that because there is an image of a cat on here. We also have the masculine energy. So it says authority, discipline, father figure. So someone's here dealing with the masculine archetype type of energy. We have two other cards that came out together, and they're both reversed. So that's major. We have the two-faced card. It says double life, cheater, backstabber. And then we also have the clingy card, which says old exes, dead relationships, old ways. So, yeah, this is definitely turning out to be like a relationship reading, or this is going to really connect with the people that are in a relationship in the collective. So, definitely trust your intuition with these messages coming out here. And I just saw 1212 too on the timer. So, that could be significant as well. But I'm sensing here a lot of energy where spirit is wanting you to confront where you've been misled, manipulated, or you've poured too much energy into a connection that you were never meant to pour so much energy into, and where it's not being reciprocated. And it feels like there's this masculine archetype, this divine masculine energy of someone who is really appearing strong, but they're operating from a place of manipulation, ego. They're being really unloyal right now. And so I'm sensing that some sort of apology may come in, but it really lacks a lot of true remorse. And it's really a manipulating tactic where they're trying to reassert control over you, or they're trying to save face. And so this masculine is sort of clinging to this idea of the relationship, but they're not showing you true substance. So the connection for many of you may feel dead, but it's like they are really fearful of releasing it. But I'm also sensing that this could be your internal divine masculine as well, for those of you that that's connecting with. So it really feels like there's a lot of healing that needs to be done. Inward is what this feels like as well. So whoever this is connecting with, I'm getting this like romanticizing type of energy. So either you or this divine masculine that we're talking about, they're romanticizing something. And that type of energy, spirit is wanting to stop, because spirit is really wanting you to experience whatever you're experiencing right now in the more pure form instead of this manipulating type of energy that I'm sensing. Because I'm just sensing something really heavy, something really chaotic, and something that is really truly misaligned, something that is really taking you down this sort of path that you really don't want to go, and it's almost like you're envisioning something better, or like you're still holding on to some sort of hope. I feel like that's really connecting to that previous reading. Not sure if you've checked that out yet or not, but yeah, it just really feels like it's time to really reevaluate what's really going on here. So, as we prepare to close the reading, we have here the Page of Cups in the upright position, and it came out paired with the Seven of Wands. So, I am definitely sensing, and we're still talking about relationship energy here, where it feels like a vulnerable or emotional offer is coming forward from this external person. But I'm sensing that it has to be met with self respect and boundaries. So, this is spirit definitely saying to protect your peace and to really stand your ground, to really hold true to your authenticity and your boundaries. Because there is definitely a lot of tension here, but you're being divinely protected. I really feel guided to say you should definitely go back to the previous reading before this video, but keep in mind that these messages are meant to be timeless, so they will find you when you need them. But there's definitely a lot of unhealthy energy, and Spirit is wanting you to reinforce your personal boundaries with this particular person. Now, I'm going to go shuffle, and we're going to draw one last card for the Oracle deck here that I have, the Akashic Records deck, just to sum up all the energy here. And wow, okay. Okay, so a lot of cards really have been coming out lately, and wow, this is a lot actually. And I really only intended for one card to come out, but looks like several cards came out. And I just had to take a moment there just to, see if all these messages really do need to come out. And I believe they do. But okay, I gotta count these cards. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 different messages. So this is definitely very powerful energy. And normally I wouldn't accept all this, but I feel guided to. So we'll just go one by one. I'm just going to read exactly what the card says. And I feel like it's going to connect with the people that need to hear it, but I feel like it's multiple threads of energy. Like I said, I was feeling earlier in the reading. So we'll just go ahead and start with this one. Okay, so this one says miracles. And it says, you're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. Okay, so that's definitely a direct message. I feel like that really talks about surrender as well. The next one says honor yourself, and it says recognize the hard work you've put into. Get where you are today. Recognize the hard work you've put into to get to where you are today. Instead of thinking how far you still have to go, remind yourself of all that you've accomplished and be proud. See, I feel like the more I read these messages, I feel like people will know what connects and what doesn't. So definitely use your intuition. The next one says reassess, and it says you're being asked to take stock of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Notice who and what brings you joy and who and what doesn't. It's time for some life cleanup. Now, I feel like that can be really general, but I do feel like that really is going to connect with the people that we've been talking about, this divine masculine or these external people that are manipulating you when it comes to relationships. I feel like that's going to connect for those people. Now, the next card says, take the high road. And this one says, you're at an impasse with the relationship or situation. It's now time to think bigger, release desired outcomes, and take the most positive course of action. So it's definitely about relationships right there, I feel. The next one says obligation. And this one says, okay, it says, stop telling yourself you should, quote unquote, when you cater to others or to unnecessary expectations of yourself, you stop your flow of abundance. This is really interesting because I feel like I've had a personal conversation with someone in the collective about manifestation and about blocking the flow of abundance. And I just wasn't sure how to actually say it. So I feel like that is for that particular person. And they know how that's going to connect. And so the next one says grounding. This one says you're being asked to ground yourself. You've been spending too much time in your head, and it's time to pay attention to your body and to the earth. Go outside and plant your feet on the ground and enjoy the centering feeling this brings. And the next one says detach. It says you're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. When you hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work and let go of your attachment to it. The next one says the next one says self-love, and it says you are worthy and deserving of all the abundance in the universe. Treat yourself with the love and respect you desire, and others will follow suit. I feel like that's talking about the law of attraction. And then the other one I feel like was talking about the flow of abundance, or I'm not really sure if there's a universal law for abundance, but I feel like there is. The second to last card says study, and it says a new endeavor is upon you, and it may require new knowledge and skills. Put that intention out to the universe, and the right teacher will soon find you. And our last card says victim mindset. It says, you feel the world is against you, and this will only cause you to attract more negative results. Stop the blame and take responsibility for your happiness. Only then will abundance start to flow. So I feel like a lot of these messages are talking about abundance. So I feel like that's the strongest thread of energy here. But I know that primarily the strongest thread of energy that really was coming out was about relationships. So I know that's going to connect with the ones that are in relationships and are having relationship issues. And I feel like a lot of these messages may expand out of the collective as well. So if you are new, if you've been following this all the way to the end, welcome to the channel. And I do hope that something did connect with you and that you will definitely continue coming back to listen to more divinely guided messages here. But this is where we will close the reading, and I want to thank everyone for extending their beautiful high vibrational energy to the reading and helping to co-create the messages that come out here. And I really hope that everyone has a wonderful remainder and blessed day or evening, and I will definitely see you all in the next reading.